Hey guys, I'm Victor with My Grind podcast. This is my buddy Marquise.
Nice to
Met
meet
at EOS gym. Introduce yourself, bro.
So I'm Marquise. Met Victor while just getting in the gym, getting after it, getting on our grind, and ever since then we kind of hit it off. I think we met because you saw my Eagles patch, and then we started talking about the Eagles. And
we were watching a game.
Was I watching a game?
Yeah. Oh, there's 7. She's hanging out.
That's crazy. But yeah, so just ever since then, kind of just hanging out and just going from there. But I think ever since our first conversation, man, I always knew all right, this guy's real. Everything I see is what I get.
So. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, let's start with let's have a toast. So this is peanut butter whiskey and chocolate Crown Royal. Mm-hmm. The dude at Smith said it's supposed to taste like a Reese's peanut butter.
Shit.
So,
let's do it.
Let's give it a shot.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's smooth.
Wow. That's pretty fucking accurate.
That's dude. That's good.
Mm.
Wow. He was the vendor that was there.
Okay, yeah.
He asked me, he's like, you looking for something? Peanut butter whiskey? He's like, try it with this.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Those guys be fucking mixed out.
So he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah,
Damn, thanks, guy. Mm-hmm. So I already had these questions set up, but you mentioned friends.
Yeah.
And what kind? Because I'm pretty particular with the kind of friends and people I hang out with. What do you look for in your circle? The type of people that you look for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would say, it's pretty simple with me. I think overall, I just want like a group of friends that are kind of about their business, carry their business a certain way, not necessarily want the limelight, but knows how to maneuver within it, but also being on their grind, getting after it in the gym or whatever their goals might be. Somebody that has, just virtue and know how to carry themselves. I would say, you never met Leon, but he's another guy in the gym who I've been trying to get you guys to cross paths. Y'all go at different times, but he's another guy that's just about his business, just keeps his head down. And I would say those type of guys, but also know how to have fun, right? I think that's important too, because every time we watch the Eagles game, I'm sure we're fucking having a great time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Every time we go to Torrey Pines. But yeah, I would say those are the type of folks I like to be around. Folks with goals and things like that. Yeah.
Same. I'm very picky just to keep away from negative energy and toxic people. Yeah. I can't do it, man. Mm-hmm. I think it's because I was around that a lot growing up.
Yeah.
And now I keep my circle pretty small, actually, which I personally would rather have. I don't want to be around. I feel like if there's somebody that has too many friends or a lot of friends, they're not being 100% or real with that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For me, I want to be around people that'll tell me, hey, if I'm doing something wrong, tell me.
Yeah.
So I can know, or like a constructive criticism kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's how I know that this person, they're not afraid to tell me when I'm doing wrong. That to me, that's what love is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right.
So that I think is really important to me. But yeah, man. So speaking of working out, what's a training habit that completely changed your results in the gym, or even kind of outside the gym, that's helped you, in everyday life?
Yeah, honestly, it's funny. I mean, you mentioned the gym, and specifically, kind of, what I would do in the gym. But honestly, it starts outside the gym. I think we talk about this, what we put in our body in terms of food, And I think the most important thing I started switching up was kind of getting a routine. And we talked about this, the overnight oats. I'm a big fan of overnight oats, and I added now more recently I started eating boiled eggs or whatever. So I would get the pasture raised organic boiled eggs. Well, they'd come regular, but I would boil them, and from Sprouts. So I would say mostly what I put in my stomach, usually starting in the morning, starting off right. So chia seeds, blueberries, a little bit of banana. Sometimes when I'm bulking, I throw peanut butter in there, and obviously
Mm.
I use either organic oat milk or almond milk from Sprouts, and that's it, man. That's it. I'm good to go.
Dude, I couldn't do chia seeds anymore.
Yeah,
It like just I switched to
yeah,
flax.
yeah,
I
yeah,
switched
yeah,
to
yeah,
flax,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I was like,
They're real, man. It's and plus you got to take into account the blueberries too. That's also fiber, so it's like fiber
yeah,
on fiber,
man.
where it hits your gut.
I would be at work just like in my office all the time, just ripping. I'm like, I do not, you know, it's like, please. I was like,
Yeah,
I see one of my texts come to me. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
yeah,
Please don't come to me. Don't come
yeah,
to me. Come to
yeah,
me. I
yeah.
close the door. I'm like, no, I'm on a phone call.
Yeah,
I was like,
anything, man.
I was like, you do not want to smell this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Actually, dude, the overnight oats has been a game changer for
Yeah,
me.
man.
Actually, I do that religiously every morning.
Mhm.
I think another thing it for me, especially recently, my hours have kind of
Mhm.
cranked up with work.
Mhm.
Being able to wake up and go to the gym before work has just gets the day started, man.
Yeah.
Like I
Mhm.
get like by the time I get to work and start,
Mhm.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like by the first patient coming in, I don't need to warm up to anything. I don't need to do anything. If they show up, I'm like, all right, what's wrong? Let's go.
Mhm.
Let's fix this.
Mhm.
You know, and to me, and I feel like for me, that's what they come to see me for.
Right.
Like I should be ready for them
Yeah.
when they show up.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so that's to me that's probably the biggest thing, being able to work with my schedule so I can go early in the morning,
Mhm.
because I feel like it just sets the rest of the day up for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whereas before doing it at night was just it sucked, man. There's too many people.
Yeah. Between that and just sometimes it doesn't always get rid of the stress. And sometimes if you're taking pre-workout or anything like that or anything, I don't think you do. You don't take any pre-workout. Or anything.
No, I do. Well, I do now, especially that I go so early.
Yeah, you gotta wake up, yeah. But if you're taking it at night, you gotta think about the half-life. So like now you're done your workout, but you're still zooted a little bit because the caffeine's still there.
Yep, and I
So
can't sleep.
You can't sleep, yeah.
Can't sleep,
like
man. And it's just
snowball
a
effect,
cycle.
yeah.
And then the next morning, I didn't sleep well, so I show up to work groggy and tired. I'm not ready for the day.
Yeah.
And it's just a mess, man.
Yeah.
It's really just, it's not good. So speaking of morning, for you, look, if we were to look at your morning routine, what's the first big thing you do to set the tone for your day, you personally?
For me, it's pretty simple, man. I think my background, I was in the United States Air Force for about 8 years, maybe 9 years. I was overseas, did a couple things stateside and all that stuff. So I would say for me, just making my bed in the morning. I know it sounds like cliche, but like just making my bed in the morning. I remember just being, through basic training or just being overseas and just making my bed, making sure it's, tight, making sure it's tucked. It just, that gets me started because that's not one thing that I accomplish as soon as I get out of bed. And then after that, it's just, just meditate a little bit, just get in my thoughts and just, just trying to focus on what I have to go for the day.
So my cats are playing with the door, just having a good time. Callie, I'm gonna pause it so I can get them out of there. They're too loud. Okay. Sorry for the interruption there. So yeah, for me, going into the gym, one thing I started doing. I never realized that this was meditation until recently. When I go to the gym, I don't even turn on music. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do, what I need to do, not only just for my workout, but the first 30 minutes before the first patient gets there. Like, so I get to work at 6:30. First patient clinic doesn't technically open until 7.
Yeah. So
those first 30 minutes are pretty crucial as far as either catching up with documentation, doing emails, any paperwork they need to do. Like, for example, recently I had to do some letter of recommendations for one of my techs. And I just kind of get that through my head that I need to do that. So then when I get to work, I already know I need to do this, and this, and then do patient care until whatever. And then I think about even my lunchtime. I'm like, all right, what can I make? How can I make my lunchtime efficient? And or also after work, what do I need to do to make that time efficient?
Right.
So I've even when I get to the gym, man, like the first 30 minutes, I'm not even listening to music. Like I'm not. I'm just thinking, what do I have to do? Or even sometimes I just think, man, how lucky am I right now that I'm able to work out and improve myself?
Yeah.
I think about that stuff all the time. I really do.
Yeah, fortunate.
And then and look, it's kind of cool because I see the same people at the gym because since I go so early.
Yeah,
it's the same people there all the time.
What time do you usually go?
I usually get there like around 3:15, 3:20.
Yeah, 3:15 in the morning. Man.
Yeah, dude, I'm there for yeah, and it's crazy though. And I see the same people every day, which makes me, oh man, that gives me extra motivation. Like, all right, man, these people are in here with me. Like they have their own goals or missions that they're wanting to accomplish, and they're knocking it out also. Yeah, and that shit gets me fired up, man. It reminded me of the Making Your Bed. Have you read or listened to Jocko?
Oh, it's so funny. I listened to I've been on this tactical kick of just like tactical, like, this video. So I've seen a video. Now I'm making his bed, but he was talking about, he's reviewing scenes, right, of movies, tactical scenes of movies, and pretty much seeing how realistic it is and things of that nature. And I was like, man, this dude is like, and I realized he's the guy that made, the pre-workout Jocko Fuel, but this dude is real. Like he's man. He's all about the tactical stuff, and I want to get into that personally.
So you should listen to. Have you listened to his podcast?
I haven't. No.
So
I've seen some stuff on YouTube.
He did a podcast about. Do you remember? I think it was 2 years ago. The shooting in Uvalde, Texas.
No.
So there was a shooting in Uvalde, Texas, and the police was outside of the school for. I don't remember a period of time, but a really long period of time, to where the person that actually got the shooter was an off-duty Border Patrol agent that was getting his haircut. His wife called him saying there's an active shooter because his wife was a teacher at the school and one of his kids was at that same school. And as soon as he got the call, he looked at the bartender. He's like, "Do you have a gun?" And the bartender said, "Yeah." He's like, "I need it right now." He got the gun, drove to the school, went in with other Border Patrol, and they shot him down. It wasn't even the police. And then so Jocko went over how badly the police department responded to the situation because they took way too long. So a lot of kids ended up getting shot down. Yeah, it was real sad, man, because it's not too far from my hometown. So when I took the I was looking at the picture of the kids, and I was like, man, these kids look like my freaking nephew. Yeah, that shit freaked me out, man. So I don't know, that reminded me of Jocko, but yeah, he has a pretty good podcast. That guy's a badass.
Yeah. Even the way he just he speaks, you can tell he's definitely a military vet. You can tell he's been on some tours. He's very precise.
Oh yeah,
just like here with it,
Yeah, he's a freaking dog, man. Yeah. All right, so how about this? What's been the hardest financial sacrifice you've had to make to hit any of your goals?
Oh man, shit. I'm about to start telling on myself. Man, I had to. I think we talked about this previously. Every time we would link up, not me every time, but a few times we would link up over at Yard House, I had to slow down on spending money on clothes, man. Sneakers, bro. Man. And then when we started getting back in the gym, that's a whole different fit. I would say I had to cut that in half. And, I had to really nip that in the bud because it was really affecting my finances in a very nasty way, and like really nasty. And ever since then, I haven't purchased anything new within the last like 3-4 months. I've been
No.
pretty good. I've been good.
So when I became a physical therapist,
Yeah.
dude, I was buying a pair of like shoes twice a month for like a year. I would go to that one, that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get that one next time.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, shoes was a problem, man.
It's a silent killer, man.
Yeah, it is. That's why I wear. Now I'm boring. I wear the same shoes at work every day, and I just once they get old, I replace them with the newer brand, just the Project Rock shoes.
Yeah,
and it's the black one, so it goes with everything.
Yeah.
I'm hella boring. I don't care anymore. Honestly, if it's functional, I'll use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, man, what's some of your goals that like? Let's go more like 5-year goals.
5-year goals?
Yeah.
Oh man. So as you know, I'm in school right now, and I'm trying to get my associates. So I'm kind of torn between finishing my associates in science or just transferring early and trying to see what the school can kind of streamline me into like a 4-year or 5-year master's program. So long term, I guess within 5 years, I want to pretty much get my feet into integrated engineering, which is pretty much like a more philosophical view of engineering, focusing on the broad range aspect of engineering, if it's mechanical, industrial, just all those things. And that's kind of where I want to go right now. When I'm thinking about which school I want to go to right now, I'm torn between Arizona State and University of San Diego. And since I'm a vet, they're taking care of school and everything and put money in my pocket to pursue my goals. So that's kind of where I want to go right now for my 5-year in terms of education and career. I would say with the gym and just fitness, man, I just want to level out and get to a good place where, the gym right now doesn't feel like a task. Well, it feels like a necessary task, but it's something that's good. I need, just for my mindset. But I would say for fitness, man, I do want to compete in some of those, if it's like an Ironman or something, just one of those wild contests, just to test my durability.
See what you can do.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that, like a mutter or something, something like that. I think that'd be cool.
Have you ever listened to Goggins at all?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Have you seen the clip where he's on Rogan, where he talks about let's say I don't want to get too religious, but let's say you get into the afterlife and whatever God you believe in, you go up to him and he's like, oh, I'll use myself for example, just because I know what, like, oh, Victor, you did physical therapist, clinic director, lost 150 pounds, whatever. I lost count already. Started a podcast, do these training videos, hopefully someday start a family, and hopefully someday have another clinic, and then look back at let's say I never get into PT school, or I failed out and my life went another direction, and I'll just be like, what are you talking about? That's not me. He's like, no, that's who you were supposed to be. Like, to me, that tells me that if you have an opportunity to do something to better yourself, like, we need to do it, and I got blessed, man. So I was thinking about, I think I forgot what podcast this was, but he was talking about how, at least for me, I'm lucky enough to where I put myself in a position to where if I'm successful, like, all the people around me are successful, right? Yeah. So if at least with the clinic, if I do well, my PTA gets his bonus, my front desk get their bonus, my techs get their hours, because if we're not doing well, I have to cut hours. They don't get their hours enough to get a good, enough hours to get whatever program they're trying to apply to, whatever is chiropractor, PT program. but they get that, and then my business partners get their money, and then my regional looks good.
Right.
So I feel like also if you can put yourself in a position where your goals align to help other people, oh man, you have to crush it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of sometimes how I look at things. Speaking of that, do you have any? I know we talked about weights, weight room, career goals. How about personal, like family goals that you're looking at?
Yeah, man, I just that literally based on what you said, it just kind of gravitated my mind to that space. That's one of the reasons why I feel like I left home. So a little bit of quick backstory. I'm originally from Philly, as you know. Go Eagles, go Birds, and I left when I was 18 for school and went to a school called Xavier University. And
went to Xavier?
Yeah, I went. Yeah,
Oh,
in Cincinnati.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Well, I know they're a really good basketball team.
Yeah, really
I
good
never
basketball
knew what town they were in.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. So I went there, and long story short, it was just really expensive and a lot of just different pressures that I wasn't, normally accustomed to financially. So I was working a lot, and I was just stressed out of my mind. Like I pretty much should have drained myself out. And so that's when I joined the Air Force to give myself a little bit of financial reprieve, but also just go out into the world a little bit and get some different experiences. So I was there for about 8 or 9 months. I'm not 8 or 9 months, 8 or 9 years, military, trying to go back to school, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, just dabbling, throwing darts at the wall. And obviously got deployed, went to Jordan, came back, then moved to Vegas August 2021. And ever since then, I feel like I hit a wall and I seen a crossroad. That crossroad was keep going down this path of the military because it's a safety net, right? And that safety net being, I can just max out my 20 years and just be like, okay, hey, I did it and now I'm accomplished in that sense. Or start anew, rid myself of everything that I was, I pretty much put on my back or put on my chest for a sense of familiarity or all those things or a sense of comfort, really is comfort. And I decided to take the path less traveled by. So when you talk about family, you ask you about family, I think about, you don't hustle for your first name, you hustle for your last name. So I think about where am I at right now that I can give back to my family and just push them forward and at least change the generations going forward for me. And I'm sure you feel the same way about your family back in San Antonio, but it's just those things. And I think a lot about family now, being 30, it's like, man, I need to figure out my legacy. I need to figure out how I'm going to, give back. How am I going to provide a home for my nieces, nephews, my children, my little cousins and things of that nature to build a sense of family. And that's important to me. So I would say that is definitely, we can say it's 5 year, but it's more so like
That's life.
I just want to say life
for
long,
life.
and I need to get better at that because I do this thing where I get in my grind and my head goes down. And I just focus on what's in front of me and how I can get after it, and I do that a lot.
Do you do that like we mean where you don't step back and
Embrace family?
embrace? Well, I guess that would be part of it. Is I'd be grateful.
Yeah, I would say,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's big. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's actually it right there. It's definitely gratefulness because I am, I am hard on myself. As men, I'm sure you feel the
Oh
same
man,
way.
I'm
It's
real
like
hard on myself, dude.
it's like I hate when I make a mistake or I hate when I had an opportunity to make myself better and then I just fuck it up because I wanted to just whatever. And now I'm just like, man, I can't take any more chances like that. And so that's yes. So I think heavily about family and my legacy. I don't have any children, neither you don't either. And it's like, man, it's like that's the next step. It's like building stability and providing for a family.
That's the next step, man. I was after my let's see, I broke up with Hannah in November, and I was talking to my buddy Sonny, and he told me he already started his family and all that stuff, and he told me he's like, man, what you need to do is focus on when eventually you find the right person and start having the family, focus on building the base on the finances for your family.
Right.
Like pretend like have a goal of like that's gonna happen. Just get ready physically, mentally, and financially for it. You know, so that's what I've been doing for the past probably since like January, February. I've been hitting it pretty hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. Even until I saw him last week, he saw me. He's like, "Damn, dude, you leaned out." And I was like, "Man, my life has been ever since I got rid of a lot of toxic energy.
Yeah, we
It
talked
just
about it.
went up, dude. It's been freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's great, bro. I'm happy for you, man. That's what it's all about. You're literally a living testament of, not wallowing in it and just getting right after it.
No,
Literally
man.
on your grind.
No, I've been hitting it hard, but it's to me it's fun, man. And I like for me, I think sometimes I'll think, you know, even if for some reason I don't, I was like, well, at least my nieces and nephews will be good.
Yeah.
You know, I know I can at least take care of that, which trust me, that I don't mind doing either. I love those kids. So yeah, that was a little bit of a wake up call when he told me that. So that was, and I've been hitting it pretty ever since, to be honest, and it's been pretty fun, man. It's been pretty fun.
That's good, man.
Yeah, you know, I think you already answered this, but with kind of what you just talked about, what side hustle or risk taught you the most about yourself? I'm guessing the risk would be kind of what you just talked about.
Yeah. Me up and leaving Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, because I realized that I needed something different. I just needed a different path. It was pretty spur of the moment. I just know I needed to move somewhere different I haven't seen before. And I visited Vegas one time, was like, yeah, I want to move here. Something about this town it felt very outlaw, very, put yourself out there, get yourself uncomfortable. That's the only way you're gonna, get through it. And then the heat also had a different effect to it. But yeah, that was a big sacrifice. I'm not gonna say it was easy, man. I mean, when I first moved here, it was cool for a minute, but once I realized I didn't want to be, I didn't want to continue to do the same things that I was doing. Obviously, being in service, and I was working for Apple at the time. I just was like, man, this isn't it. This isn't how this is supposed to go. Something doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like me anymore. And I started to feel burnt out. And usually, when I say, if someone's feeling burnt out, it's not because you're burnt out of life. It's usually because you're burnt out of something that you've been doing for so long.
Every day.
Yeah, and you're just burnt out of that thing because you still have more to give. And that's when I had to figure out. So that was the biggest sacrifice and the biggest scariest thing that I've done, and just up and leaving. Just hopping in the car, putting the U-Haul back on my car, and just trekking it.
Yeah, I agree with the burnout, man. Because in my field, PTs get burned out real quick, and I think it's personally because they don't do anything purposeful outside of work. For me, that's why, like I look forward to waking up that early in the morning to hit the weight. That I love it. I live for that shit. Honestly, and then even if I was getting burnt out, it was when I was in that 5 or 6 year relationship that I didn't feel like I was progressing as a person. I like career wise, I was doing good. I got the clinic. I was able to hire a PT, PTA. My numbers were growing. All this stuff was going on career wise, but personally, like outside of work, it just if something went bad at work, it would affect me so much because that's the only thing I felt was going on at the time.
Right.
Now I'm better kind of mentally, I still have my moments where if something goes off, I'm like, you know what, that's cool. I'm still gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work on my content, and by tomorrow, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because burnout in the PT world, man, I think it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually in healthcare, it's like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure Taylor probably feels the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Burnout's pretty bad. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know how nurses do it, dude. That shit's tough.
Yeah. And then like she was like prenatal, so working with babies, you know, and then like parents on types of doing all types of wild stuff, and you know, so
that would be the hard. So for me, like I wouldn't want to work peds because I don't want to work with parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I keep me away from the parents
Mm-hmm.
because I would imagine. Because I'm trying to think if I was a dad, I think I would be the dad that would be there
Mm-hmm.
watching, but I'd hope I wouldn't be the one to just interrupt every.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, these guys are professionals, let them
Right.
do their jobs,
Right.
but not everybody's like that.
But
You
yeah,
know,
no.
they think they know better than you do,
Mm-hmm.
which I have a few people that are like that already, but
Mm-hmm.
parents, no way, dude.
Different beast, man.
No. All right. Next one. So if someone scrolled your social media, what's one thing they wouldn't know about you?
Man. My social media right now is pretty bare, man. I gotta get back into it. I used to be pretty big on just like posting and keeping life updates. But I would say right now, if someone scrolled my Instagram, they probably wouldn't know just how much I've changed, how much I've grown from then. Because my last photo was maybe sometime last year, and you know, I always make it a point to grow. You know, at least every 6 months, if not a year. I want to make like a change every 6 months, and I would say looking at my Instagram, you probably wouldn't the things that you would probably would see is okay, he's private. That's one. Two, he doesn't post a lot. He lives in a sense of mystique and things of that nature, and he's very thoughtful with his posts and what he posts. Right. So I would say between that, I would say you probably wouldn't think that okay, the growth that I went through in that time, or the fact that I'm in the gym as much as I am, or that I actually like to travel a lot more than I usually post because I don't post a lot when I travel. Those things I would say, if you looked at my social media, you wouldn't know. At least my Instagram, my Facebook, I haven't updated that thing. Like, dude, it's been like 5 years since
Yes.
I moved.
So before I even started, I started posting content, I hadn't touched Facebook in like years, man. Like I don't. And Facebook is just a bunch of drama, man. Like,
yeah, it is, and it's just
God, man. Like
family,
Jesus.
yeah.
Like if you do my family, I'll see some of their posts and I'm just thinking, well, when did you become a philosopher? Like when did this happen?
I'm saying, man.
Come on, man. I grew up with y'all. I know how you all.
Yeah,
are.
right. I think everybody has an aunt and uncle that are just
everybody's
has an opinion now.
Yeah,
It's
everybody's a
like,
politician, I guess. I don't know. I was like, come on, man, you're not. I'm like, just stay on your own path, man.
yeah, man.
You know,
Yeah.
I was telling my buddy, Kel, even back when I don't want to get into too much politics, but with the last election, I told him, I was like, man, honestly, at the end of the day, personally, it didn't matter who won the election. I'm still going to find a way to win.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what it's about. That's what it's
You know,
about.
so,
Yeah.
you know,
That's what it's about. Yeah.
like,
You're
who
right.
do I want someone to win? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect me like that.
Yeah.
No, I got my bills to pay still, you know.
Because either side is not really, they have a hole, but you have to think about, you have the hole is like the upper class, however you want to view it. The people at the top, people that are immediately affected by these choices and decisions by different parties, becoming in office. But the average Joe, you and I, are still going to have to put our head down, still grind, still take advantage of whatever is going on in the
Middle
world.
class, man.
That's literally what it is. It's like we're going to have to take advantage of that, regardless of what it is. I think what gets things misconstrued is, not to get too much into it, but blind loyalty to parties when they don't have blind loyalties to you. It's just like whatever our agenda is, what we're pushing for, what we believe is right in this time for the country.
Yep.
And you have to figure out each time, is it something that you want to support or not.
Yep.
I think a lot of times people just want to have blind loyalty to things
Yep.
that really they don't really care about you, and that's where their opinions of Facebook and all those things come into play, and then people unfriending people and all of that stuff. But I'm like, in 4 years, we're going to look back and be like, why were we doing this?
Yep.
Why were we all doing this? And you're going to be missing that person you unfriended or whatever, and it's just because you had an opinion.
You're not even gonna remember why. Like, that's why it's just whatever, man.
And if you look at history, man, I mean, this isn't anything that's new.
No,
this is not new.
Well, like, I told you we're at Yard House how if you look back 100 years ago was the Great Depression, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, we're in AC.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
We're on. I'm gonna post this online for people to see. We can go online and see whatever we want and learn.
Right.
You know, after this, watch some college football. You know, like literally, what is there to complain about? Mm-hmm. My hours picked up, but guess what? I'm in an AC unit. I'm in an AC unit, and
you're employed.
I'm employed, and my job is to help people.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm like, what the fuck am I complaining about, bro?
Yeah.
I'll work and I'll be debating about I'll just start some stupid ass shit at work, man. Mm-hmm. I'll say how I dislike camping because, like, I like the toilet too much, bro. Like, we have that. Like, we live like gods compared to 100 years ago. Yeah, we really do.
Yeah, you're right.
So when somebody complains on how bad it is, I'm like, no, man, you look at history, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's really not that bad. Y'all need to take a deep breath, realize what you have around you, and just look at your choices that you're doing. Mm-hmm. And it's really not that bad, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I will always say, I mean, you think you nailed it on, you hit it on the head. Perspective is for sure. You're getting that pretty much. But I always say, you know, if you're in someone else's business, that means you don't have a lot of business.
Yep. That's why I don't
entertain other people's business. Now that you're a friend of mine, I'm checking on you, or I want to, check and just make sure you're good. Just want to hear about what's going on. Then that's one thing. But if you're in someone else's business so much, that doesn't mean you don't have any business.
Yeah, I don't care, man. I don't care. I don't. Listen to Jordan Peterson.
What about him?
Have you ever listened to him? He was.
Maybe once or twice. Yeah.
He was talking about. I don't know why this reminded me. He was talking about how if you're ever talking to somebody and they don't listen to you, just stop talking to them and just pay attention to them, and then you'll find out their intentions. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing that, like, with other people around me that I won't say names, but I'll kind of pay attention to what they're doing to see their intentions. And it's really revealing when you stop really talking to someone. When I say talking to somebody with intent. Right. Like, I'll say, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, that's cool, whatever. Yeah. But I'm not having real conversations with them anymore, and I'm just kind of paying attention to what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And then that's when you kind of really find out what kind of person you're dealing with. Yeah. And I've been starting to do that a lot more, where I just kind of back off, close my mouth, and then just pay attention. Yeah. And to me that's pretty cool. And then I'll find out, it's like, is this person that I want to be around? And 9 times out of 10, no. So I'll be cordial. Like, hey, how you doing? Cool. All right. Yeah.
Time to wrap it up.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I gotta do other stuff.
Absolutely.
We got a couple more. Mm-hmm. All right. If you could leave one lesson for people who look up to you, what would it be? So you got like nieces and nephews?
Yeah, I got nieces and nephews.
Yeah, so like for
little brothers and sisters. Yeah.
Or that, yeah. So what would you, if you were to leave them a lesson, what would that be?
The lesson for me, I'm thinking about my backstory, man. A little bit about me. I think we talked about it. I was I was in foster care growing up, in group homes, stuff like that. And meeting my family, my paternal like maternal family, so late, it was definitely tough because I realized how different they are and how different I am, and how probably always feel like a outsider. Until I pretty much had to get over that hump and just kind of just like put myself out there and continue to live my best, I guess my best sense of life. But one thing I would say to my siblings to give them is pretty simple. It's never as bad as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. Never. And that comes from perspective and understanding that, man, if you have breath in your body or another day, to get after it. Get after it.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Saquon.
Oh yeah,
We're here.
We're here. Yeah,
we're here. We're here.
That's where you have to live.
It's
man.
true, man. Like, we're right here.
And it's so true, because it's like you just said it. Politics. Everybody wants to be super. No pun intended, super left or super right, and it's like, just stay right here.
Stay right here. You gotta stay in the moment.
And none of the stuff that's going on in the world, it'll affect you, but you understand that you can cry, you can feel empathy for it, but you have to stay here because someone's dependent on you, someone's looking up to you, and you're looking up to you more importantly. You have to protect so much, and it's like,
and protect your energy, man.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking about the past or the future, like, just that creates a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety. That's the root of it.
Yeah,
That's the root of
just you gotta stay in the moment, man. Absolutely, stay right here. Shit.
Yeah, it's never as bad as it seems.
It's really not that bad.
You can. I'm saying, like, if God forbid, you have you lose someone in your family, understandable. You grieve. That's understandable.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I understand. If you have another day, another 24, what are you gonna do with it?
Yep. And my for me, I would tell my nieces and nephews that, shit, it was at the tip of my tongue, and then I had a brain fart. What was it?
It happens, bro. It happens.
I had it. Well, I was just gonna mention it, and then I was like, shit, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I would tell them that, oh, yeah, with this new generation, man, if you just have a little bit of dog in you,
that's it.
You just get a little bit of dog in
that's
you.
It.
You'll kill him. Kill him. You'll need, like, because, oh man, growing up, like my uncles and my dad, like, they were a bunch of dogs because they had to be.
Yeah.
And now, I look around, I'm like, am I the only one? Am I the only one? Am I the only dog here? Like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if just a little bit of savage. If you got a little bit of savage in you,
yeah,
man, you'll do whatever the hell you want in this world.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's probably one thing I would try to tell them. Like, just keep it up, man. Don't quit.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a dog. Just be a little savage, and just get after it. Find a goal. Once you realize what your goals are, do whatever physically, mentally possible to hit those goals.
Yeah.
And that's just that's the savage or dog mindset that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what I would try to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big, man, because a lot of times, I mean, you think about, like you said, the new generation, man. It's and I'm not saying this to be ignorant, but there is a level of sensitivity that I've never seen throughout history, and it's just like, like, we are sensitive people, like very sensitive people, and it's just like everything. It's like, man, we used to be people that were tougher. Obviously, I'm not saying like you grieve, that's fine. Things happen, you grieve, but you get after that. You don't just wallow into a pit of nothingness, and then it's just like, woe is my life 20 years later. What did I do? You did that.
Well, it's also you're people don't know how to keep their emotions in check. When as far as somebody tells them something, or if they hear something, it's like, cares. I think that's where the problem is. Everybody has to say something and respond to something. It's like, it doesn't really affect me like that, man. I think that's part of I think that's part of what you're talking about. Part of the problem,
that's
for sure.
fair, and that's why we love sports, man. That's why I was grateful for playing sports growing up because that checked my emotions so many, like out in those emotional games, from anger, sadness, losing a game,
Oh
you're
man,
heartbroken, but you understand, man. Like there's a next season,
yep.
there's another 24, there is another time to get after it, and that's what's important to me,
Did you ever see when the Longhorns won the national championship? Coach Mac Brown's post game.
No, I didn't see it. No.
Oh man, that was so good. He was talking about how he said, "Let this moment be the best moment in your athletic life. Do not let this be the best moment in your personal life. I want you to go out there, start a career, start a family, go out there and be great, but this can't be your best moment."
Right.
That, like, to me, I was like, man, what a freaking leader, man. That's why I love sports, because I like to compare life situation to sports. Like what you were talking about earlier about it's not that bad. Saquon, stay right here. Or at work, I try to be like Tim Duncan, where if you ever watch him play, he doesn't show. He doesn't show any emotion. He's like he'll score the game winning basket and just be like, that's what I do. Like, that's
Timmy's 101, man.
Yeah, he's just like, this is what. Even if he misses, he'll be like, I'll get him next time.
Yeah.
That's what I try to be at. It's really hard though. I don't know how he's just constantly like straight like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons I love watching sports, because I like to see, I like to compare life situations and how people react to things. Like how, like Florida State had this big win against Alabama, but then they, lose to Virginia. That's why you got to stay right here.
Can't let the moment get too high.
Can't let the moment get too high. This past weekend, Eagles were down.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jalen Hurts knew. He's like, he knows, bro. He knows. He was here
the whole time.
He was here the whole time.
They figured it out.
Even when they blocked the field goal, he was just like. Did you see the? I think I sent it to you where Maria was interviewing Jordan. And he's just like, man, I knew you were gonna make a play.
I knew you were gonna block it. I
was like, I knew those big two Georgia Bulldogs up there were gonna block it. One of y'all were gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you were talking about the angle, trajectory of the kick. I'm like, that's gonna be every game. Kicker's gonna have to adjust because of that.
Yeah, I was like, I love. I was like, man, imagine having those two dudes right in front of you. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fall over. Like
every time, man.
You're gonna fall over. You gotta brace. How am I gonna land?
Yeah,
or just pull one of them down. Hopefully, they don't throw the flag. That's
all you can do.
That's all you're gonna have to do, man. Because they're gonna get through. They're gonna get through every time. The only thing you can do is get close enough where they can, really angle it up. But if it's a far kick like that, no. You're gonna have to change it up.
It's a wrap. Yeah, they were saying that they were just talking about the trajectory and just like the kick, and they were saying like the Eagles keep that up. That game plan, man, is different.
For sure. That's why, man, I love that team, bro.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking dogs, man. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, for sure. All right, bro. Last one. When it's all said and done, how do you want your grind to be remembered? Grind or work ethic?
I'm big on, man. I'm big on resilience, man. I think my life is a true testament for how I'm able to just be a chameleon, and what I mean by chameleon is pretty much in any environment, I'm going to adapt.
Yeah.
I'm going to improvise and I'm going to excel in my own way. And along the way, obviously, I want to meet, good folks just such as yourself that see that and are on their own path as well. May not have to be like my path, but their own path as well. And they live in it every 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365, however it goes. And for me, my resilience, I want my resilience to be remembered. I want that way I'm able to change myself and adapt into any situation that I choose. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
man. I do that. It's funny that you said so. Now, I mean, before I had my clinic,
Mhm.
every time I would step into a clinic, whether it was my first job, well, not initially my first job because I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing yet, but eventually my first job, uh, all my travel assignments, when I got to Kelly Hawkins, the different clinics I was going to, whenever I walked into a clinic, it was mine.
Mhm.
Like, no, this is how it's supposed. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be at.
Right.
And I remember when somebody asked me, was like, man, how do you walk into a clinic? You never been, you have so much confidence. I was like, it's mine.
Mhm.
Like, I'm supposed to be here. Like, these are my patients. I'm going to take care of them.
Right.
And, um, and I always try to, man, yeah, you got to adapt because one of the reasons I wake up so early, get my mind straight is, man, I show up to work, dude, and you don't know what the hell's going to happen. I had a day where happens more than I'd like, unfortunately, where, my assistant calls out, I have 50, 60 patients on my schedule, and
Mhm.
it's just me. So I'm like, all right, what do I do if I can't get somebody to help me? Like, and it has to be because these call outs are like right before work starts. So it's, I can be, mentally prepared for 3 hours. I get to work, 6:55, can't come in. Oh shit, I have 55 people on my schedule. So I was like, how are we going to adapt to the situation? So it happens. It happens a lot, man. So yeah, adapting is probably shit. That might be one thing that I'd like to make sure my nieces and nephews know to do. Man,
Yeah.
it's so important, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being able to adapt to whatever situation you're in is hell important.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Well, man, any last words, my friend?
Man. I mean, if you want, we could talk about the Eagles Bucks this matchup coming up, man.
Oh
I'm
shit,
excited about
dude.
that. That shit's it's what's that round 4, round 5, whatever.
Yeah, dude. And you know what, man? I'm not a Bucks fan, but
Mm.
Baker Mayfield's a dog,
Yeah,
bro.
he is. He is. He's a fucking dog. He gives me vibes of like fucking Brett Favre. He's Brett Favre esque, very just gunslinger, tough. Like he's been dealing with some injuries. He just plays right
Oh,
through
yeah,
them.
he's gonna play through it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
crazy. He just fucking plays. It's crazy.
Yeah. I like Baker, man.
Mm.
So that defense got to be ready.
Oh, we're going to be ready.
We're gonna be
I think.
ready.
I really do think we're going to be ready. I think my only worry at this time is Kelly Ringo. Keely, he's just, he shat the bed against Jamar Chase in that Bengals preseason game. He got hit on that route. It was like really just a stop route, and then he just inverted and just took up. And Kelly Ringo just whiffed the tackle, and that pretty much was it. That was all she wrote. And the Dory Jackson stepped in, and he pretty much got it. But I think the weakest link right now is Keely Ringo. I think that defensive line, even with Nolan Smith going out, I think we're going to be fine. That's why we got all those guys. We just bought in not Jacorian Bennett, Jadarius from he played with the Lions last season. He had like 12 sacks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we bought
I
him,
just saw
man.
that.
Jadarius Smith, that's the name, I think. Yeah,
Right.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the name. I could be butchering it, but yeah, I think he's going to step up. Obviously, we still got Jalen Hunt on the other side. I think he's going to take that right side and they're going to sub in on the other. But I think we'll be good on defensive line. I think they're rounding out. Jordan Davis is.
Oh man, he found his.
Yeah, he found his groove. Losing 25 pounds, bro.
God.
And then people, I don't know if I think you were watching training camp, but when they were practicing in the heat and they were asking Big Fangio, he was like, "How Vic, you guys practicing out 95-degree weather?" He was like, "You practice how you play." He said there are going to be some games, and he said that Tampa game we're going to have to play at 95-degree weather. If we can't practice 95-degree weather, then we're going to go into Tampa and beat them, or even play a competitive game. If we can't do that, this is how you win. This is how you win games in September. It's going to be hot. It's not going to easing up until October.
Right.
For a lot of these games, and
I think that's one of the reasons they were able to beat the Chiefs in that ugly game.
Absolutely,
honestly,
absolutely. because nobody had cramps. The only time they were dealing with cramps was the first game in Philly, and they had a little bit of cramps. And I think Jordan Davis went out and he came back in,
right,
and he finished the game. But that was it. And that's because he played so many snaps because of Jalen Carter, spitting on Zach. I really, I really think that we're going to go in and we're going to be dominant. I think that Rams game was the best thing that happened to us.
Oh man,
I was sitting there watching. I think we were texting about it, and I was saying this might be the best thing that happened to the Eagles team, them being behind and having to pass their way out of it.
Yeah, because even like as I was watching it, I was like, man, even if they were to somehow lose this, the way they came back, like we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're set for the season.
Mm-hmm.
They finally got AJ involved. Jalen shut the haters down again, even though he's just won the Super Bowl MVP.
I don't get it, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't get the doubt with Jalen. I get it. He's not, he doesn't make it look like the fucking Josh Allen or the Tom Brady. Even though Tom Brady took checkdowns, man. He took those 10 yards and ate you alive with them. 10 yards, 5 yards, 15.
Yeah, that's how
you alive with that.
That's how the Patriots won. The Patriots he would go 5 yards, 2nd and 5. 8 yards, 1st and 10. Couple 2 downs, 2-yard run. 6 yards. 3rd and 2. Little dump pass.
Yep.
And then play action, boom, hit him.
Yep.
Like that's how Tom Brady would do it. He's like, all right, if you're gonna take out the deep, I'm just right here and get that easy first down.
You know how many fucking games he won because of you just giving him shell coverage or whatever and just keeping it deep play.
All right, cool.
All right. He's gonna march you down the field, and keep your same defensive guys on the field because he ain't give you a chance to get a breather. It's hurrying up. Just next play. They have a whole offense dedicated to those 5-10-yard plays.
Yep. And that's why the Wes Welkers of the world would
fucking Wes Welker.
Yeah, Julian Edelman. Those were his kind of players. Like, they would find the little spot in
the hole in his zone.
Boom, go a couple yards. Boom. That's it. That's all. Yeah. But then we had Randy Moss, so
that was it. That was Julian Edelman and Randy Moss. That was the top off right there.
Yeah, like when you had Randy Moss, that's
over
when
the top. Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, because look at Tom Brady. He didn't, other than Randy Moss, he made Julian Edelman
he made him a household name.
A household name.
Yeah, Wes Welker too for a couple seasons.
Oh, Gronkowski.
Yeah, Gronk. Yeah, Gronk was just a fucking monster.
Yeah, Gronk was his own little.
Yeah, he was a monster, bro.
Yeah,
insane.
You can't compare Gronk to Kelsey, bro.
No, I hate it. Two different play styles. I think Kelsey don't want to get tackled. Gronk does not care. No, that's the bottom line. And Gronk still was being tackled and being hit as big as he is. Still got through tackles and still got the touch. Still has the rings. Like Tom knew he couldn't do it in Tampa Bay without him.
No,
he had to get Gronk.
Gronk stand. Okay. Gronk go catch the ball. Okay. Gronk score touchdown. Okay.
Gronk spiked the ball. Okay.
Okay, Tom, what do you want from me?
Literally, man. So I think the Eagles are going to make a statement win tomorrow. I think all this, crazy talk. This Eagles team, last year they had the vibes, but this year, I don't know. I think they're getting into playing more free. And I really want this Jalen MVP conversation to pick up more because, I just don't see how this offense can be a threat without him. Like I'm trying to think about, okay, if you put, maybe if you put in, I'm trying to think, who's their backup? McKee. You put McKee in there. I don't think McKee has he's a quarterback, like a through and through patented quarterback. He just wants to live in the pocket and throw. But he can do well. But I think with Jalen, he's just so cerebral, man. I think he's gonna be one of those guys we may not Eagles fans, but the NFL world may not appreciate him until he's gone because he's been through a lot, and just to be an NFL quarterback, a Super Bowl MVP winning quarterback, and not get the love he deserves every week, it's crazy.
But I think he knows that he gets the love and support from his city, though. So I think that's why they don't. Mm-hmm. He don't care. He just wants to win anyway. He doesn't even care. Mm-hmm. That's what I like. He's always here.
Yeah.
He's like, we want, all right, next one.
Yeah. And we're gonna, man. We got the Bucks this week. Then after that, I think we have the Giants. The Giants I think it's on Thursday.
Yeah.
And this is and
I
this.
don't like Thursday night games.
Yeah, I don't like Thursday. And then the Giants, they feel like a trap game to me.
Yeah, especially on Thursday.
Yeah, they feel like an early trap game.
Especially on Thursday.
It's in Philly though, so I'm kind of like but still, you know.
I do like Cam Scatterblue, man.
Yeah,
like the way he plays,
He went to Arizona State.
Oh, I know. He almost beat Texas by himself.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, who the hell is this guy? Jesus.
Yeah, he's everything. He's dual threat. He's catching out the backfield. He's
He'll run you over, man.
He's a bell cow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's like a little Mike Allstott. He'll run your ass over.
Yo, he kind of reminds me of like a slower, bulkier Darren Sproles. I literally, he kind of reminds me of that. Maybe less catching. He needs to catch more because Darren Sproles used to catch it on the backfield and just get him in open space. That's what they need to do with Saquon. They need to get Saquon more in open space. I don't know why they don't. They keep trying to run in between the tackles. Man, that's cool, but it's like, man, get him in open space.
Yeah.
Because he listen, man, he's too good, shifty, and he wants to truck you. It's like, what do you pick your poison or hurdle you? Pick your poison.
Yeah, give him one-on-one on somebody. He'll find a way.
Literally, give him a delayed block into a release, and then just right over the top. If they want to blitz, have him release, just throw it up, and just Jalen just get out of there, and then just have him just do whatever he wants with the football. Get your first down if he wants, whatever. But I'm confident, man. I'm not, if you want to go score predictions, I'm going to say 28 us, 21 Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to get. I think we're going to get out. We're going to get out to a start early, and the Bucks are going to get some garbage points at the end. That's what I think.
Yeah.
They don't have Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin is whatever.
That's the big thing. They don't have Mike Evans, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too.
Chris Godwin's still.
I think I'll make it up. I'm going to be thinking like a 10-point game, maybe like 31-21, something like that.
All right. Yeah, I like that.
I will make 10 points because I think what's the spread? Is it like 6?
I thought it was 3.5 the other day.
Is it 3.5 too?
Did it go up?
Oh shit! No, it's probably 3.5.
I think it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah, it's probably 3.5.
I think we're going to get them. We owe them, and we're healthy now. And people keep forgetting we were not healthy the last couple matchups.
No.
Like, last matchup, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Sales got out. And then the game before that was a playoff loss, and we had that debacle. We lost like so many straight. We went 11-1, and then we lost all those games in the season.
Well, they're 18.
AJ was out.
They're 18-0 when Jalen, Saquon, AJ, and Devontae all play together. Like, that's fucking crazy.
No matter about the Heat. I'm so fucking tired of the Heat. Like, I don't care about the Heat anymore. They're fucking NFL football players. Half of those guys are from the fucking South. They're going to fucking.
They're all from Georgia.
Yeah, it's like they're
Georgia and Alabama. Like,
yeah, and then Texas because Jalen's from Houston. Have you been in Houston? It's fucking sweltering.
It's hotter. It's hotter there. Trust me.
Literally,
Houston's nasty, man.
Yeah, it's fucking. You walk outside, your skin. I went to Houston. I don't know if I told you I went to Houston. Shit, was it June? I think June or something like that. Man, it was like fuck. Every time I walk outside, my white tee was just.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta shower every time you go outside. For sure.
Literally, two or three times a day.
Yep.
1 in the morning, 1 at night, 1 midday before dinner or something. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's hot out there, bro.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah.
How do people find you on social, man?
Oh, so on social media, Facebook would probably be the easiest one. My name Marquise, last name Cornish. But my Instagram is pretty locked up right now. But I'll make sure if I'm back again, I'll share my Instagram. But right now I'm kind of private on that. But Facebook, fair game. I need to get on Facebook more to talk to family anyway.
No, you're good, bro. Well, I'm on my grind with VC. Thanks, man. I think it was a good episode, bro.
Yes, sir.
We'll be doing this again.
Yes, sir.
I'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. Peace.